Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Surviving the Aftermath here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. Man, why is it that I actually got this far in the only Paradox title as of yet? I never managed to survive long enough in games like Stellaris. But anyhow, despite all that, we're gonna proceed. We're gonna proceed with the story, and we're gonna keep growing Noobsville, hopefully, and we're gonna be able to eventually gather some stuff. Now, unfortunately, Rackham caused a lot of issues with our apparel because we aren't able to establish a colony or the outpost in this region. So we're gonna have to actually scout out the other regions in hopes to find one of these spots which would be able to provide us with clothes. We would get actually 2 of the protective clothings per day, which would be awesome. But yeah, none of that. So unless I come across like a decent spot for iodine and such, I'm not really sure what to expect here. So we have some updates. We have apparently acquired electronics. Is there something else? Even more electronics. There are some actual components. You can even scavenge some signs, but you have really bad research. And then there are components too. You know what? Let's go scavenging or scouting out these new regions. 2 of our fighters are gonna have to recover in order to fight more of the villages with the bandits. I had to replace, in case you missed it, one of the farm fields with the ranch. So we actually have now the 4 sheep which we were able to acquire through the trade. And this should theoretically allow us to start producing a couple of things, because the farms should be able to produce a couple of stuff, such as fiber and meat. Now, when it comes to the overall food situation, we don't really have that much of a choice when it comes to plant-based nutrition, and my hopes were that actually these things would be combination of the stuff, not just combination of just simply vegetables. So this is why we are making the high quality food from all the meat that we do have. We do not have free carriers, and it looks like people might be suffering for malnutrition, which is kind of weird considering how many sources of protein we do have. But of course, you do not get certain vitamins out of meats, and so you do need the vegetables and the fruits. So I'm gonna have to look for some sort of way to negate the negative situation that we do have. And I feel like we keep still being prompted into the stupid doomsday bunker, which is the dumbest thing ever. I do not have the wood, I do not have the plastic, I do have the metal, but I kind of do not want to part ways with all the stuff which I have acquired. And we kind of do require additional people to show up in order to help ourselves out. So theoretically, we might take a look at here. Okay, there are, it looks like 4 adults. We're gonna take in these survivors now, and I'm gonna have to probably establish another outpost somewhere in order to start recruiting survivors, because the pace at which we are getting them is just super slow. We do have 2 scouts who are working, but unfortunately Danube and Fritz are both gonna have to heal up in order for us to keep battling these towns to liberate them from the bandits, which is gonna allow us to fulfill another quest. I don't think we have another quest currently available as of now. We do have, however, quite a lot of science points, so it would be probably best for us to consider doing some research. What can we do? We can do improved roads, we can do energy storage. However, I did not really do anything with storage as of yet. Interior walls is one of the upgrades which we can do. We can do Botanical Garden, which would improve the happiness. So you know what, let's research that, and then we can try to do something. Oh yeah, I totally want to do the reinforced gate, so we can do that afterwards. We do have the science points, so why the heck not? Okay, so we need to take a look at some of this stuff, and the mouse has to start listening to me, and I have to stop jumping out of the settlement here. It looks like the nuclear fallout has passed, but unfortunately, we now have the the nuclear winter. So I'm gonna remove the people from the farms. There is a farm which I was hoping to put here. Because we have the small field and the efficiency, or the medium field and the efficiency would simply provide me the opportunity to get 100% out of it. I have had some really weird interaction with the fields here, like, because I had just a tiny bit of this red part on a medium-sized field which I had here before the ranch was set up. It actually like prevented the farm to properly produce just about anything. I don't want to build it so close to the damn pollution here. So theoretically we might build the field over here. And maybe, just maybe, we would be able to build one more over here. This way we would be able to accommodate a whole lot more farming, and therefore create a larger variety of crops and meats, which we can then combine. Thing is, I will probably have to produce a better or a larger combination of the cookhouses, or maybe I will just need to have one set up specifically in order to gather the, or make the, oh fudge, there's pollution here. Funk. Really need to clear this crap out. I don't think I can actually utilize any one of these now. Fudge. Why did I not see the damn pollution? Yeah, maybe I did see it. It should be highlighted by some color or something. Okay, so we do have access to the what are these things called? The where is it? Forester? No. The environmental station. Now, we do need concrete, we do need metal, and we do need components. And it seems to be reducing the amount of pollution in a certain area. The question is, however, how specifically does it do that? And will we require also the... where is it? Where is it? The waste dump. Will we require the waste dump as well? So if we do the structure such as here, or maybe if we build it like so, we are gonna need to hook it up to a power grid. So we do have access to the solar panels. I have unfortunately zero idea how they will perform during winter. We do have an update, so you have scout. Okay, so this is a place where we can get tools. Please scout out this next zone. It looks like Dragon is still responsible for gathering stuff. I'm still kind of upset about the whole thing that I like led the car inside of the settlement and now it's gone, or maybe it's that the actual merchants are able to use it. I'm not really sure, like it's not even explained that much. I would hate to put down an outpost for gathering humans or settlers here. Reason behind it, these two locations are constantly bombarded by meteorites and stuff like that, so we're gonna need to look for something. And we do have a scientist, 350 points, that's awesome. 12 damage, scavenger, 150%. I think I'm gonna go for her. And we might actually send her to the world. And the funniest thing is that we have uncovered a couple of fields of operations somewhere which would possess a potential possibility for us to get research or science points. So yeah, it's gonna take a while, like 6 rotations for her to actually reach it, but I'll go for it gladly. We now have the carriers. These seem like the new people which are about to join us. I still think we do have the capability to house the people. I would really love to remove the crowded shelters and instead relocate the people into these improved shanties and such, but we will need to first clear out all the pollution so that I can keep everything nice and tucked together. I do want to have like a living quarters, then like a production quarters, maybe some agricultural section or something like that so that I know what is where. And it would be awesome if we would actually speed this game up so that this stuff gets done. I think like going super fast is pointless, but having at least the fast speed is necessary. And we do have an unfortunate death. 7 out of 15 slots have been occupied. Someone has been injured, and I don't know why you died, if it's due to the malnutrition or something. Wheat. Can you do something with wheat, or do we need something in order to actually process the wheat into like flour or something? Because this does not show me really what you can do here. And the reason why I want to do the additional fields is because in one of the trades we were actually able to obtain, we're gonna upgrade this thing. Can we do that? Yes, we can. So in one of the trades we were able to get our hands on like cabbage seeds and other seeds. So we now have the possibility to like choose from a larger variety of crops. We have cabbage, corn, potatoes, and wheat. So I want to have access to all of them. And if we're gonna be able to have one cookhouse for the meat here and one cookhouse for the plant-based stuff here, that would be just awesome. The problem is it takes a while for 6 people to carry over 150 units of concrete and 100 units of metal. We do shockingly have enough, but at the end of the previous episode we were starting to run like super low on wood as a potential resource. And also the issue is going to be that once this lumber yard is kind of done here, I'm not really sure if anything is gonna remain standing over there. Okay, we can actually move the working area over here to gather the rats. We do have injuries, and yeah, we do have medicine, but I was hoping we can come across some sort of destination that would allow me to start gathering iodine, because we constantly require iodine. Hopefully she will not suffer too much, but we do need to grab whatever is up in here. She's still gathering the fuel. After she's done gathering the fuel, you are gonna go and scout out these 3 regions because they have a border so close to one another. So that's gonna be actually really proficient scouting zone. It's just gonna take her a while to do that. And what would be like a decent spot to put down another place for colonists? I don't know. Lushtown, we really won't be able to do much, but I do want to get my hands on the trade or the iodine pills, which they do have access towards. So if we can get like, I don't know, 20 of these pills, that's worth 572. It's actually quite a lot, but we do have access to the fun boxes thanks to the outpost. So 321 for 20, I can live with that. What else do we want to give out or hand out? We can theoretically hand out the cockroaches. Actually, there is a research which allows you to then produce bugs for a source of protein. Not really sure though how would that be utilized for food production. Because I even talked about this, like there's currently some company in Netherlands or something, and they are actually trying to turn like actual crickets into food or like protein bars, and it looks actually quite good. You wouldn't even be able to say that, hey, this stuff actually does have crickets in it. I would definitely try it, why the hell not? And you can get a whole lot more protein out of a small cricket than you can get out of like chicken breast or something. Or maybe you will have to equal out the portions, but you get probably that. The point is, one of these days we might end up eating crickets, so I don't know. But hopefully at least we will not have a meteorite crashing down onto our world and ruining the whole damn thing for us, because I've just started with this whole YouTube thing and it would be super inconvenient if I would have to return to something else. It would definitely piss me off. Okay, can we upgrade this thing? Upgrade not unlocked yet, so it looks like we're still researching that. And we do have access to the Botanical Gardens, which will require 100 wood, 50 metal, and 30 of those fun boxes. And we have 47, so we're gonna actually go ahead and do that. And I just need to find like a decent spot for it. I don't want to put it next to the pollution, because that is just a horrible thing to happen. Okay, so this thing is almost done. Man, this is taking forever. Why does it take so damn long? Okay, where is the power? We do have solar panels, so we will require actually 2 of these suckers in order to power this thing. We do have the components. So what I would love to do is actually build one, and I don't know, maybe let's build them like this. And what is it? Colonists, yeah, construction complete, environmental station, but we do need energy. It would reduce move workspace. I would love to remove these 2 things here. And the question is if I will actually require the where is it? Yeah, I'm still learning what is where, so please bear with me. Waste dump. I don't know if I will require the damn waste dump. What would be like a most convenient spot? Maybe over here by all these pollution spots? No, because there is a well next to it. What would be like a good spot for this? I don't really want to build it like in the middle of all these trees, because the trees might be used one of these days. What's happening? New fungus has been found.
Some colonists have found an odd, bright red fungus that seems to be resistant to the harmful effects of the pollution deposits near it.
Okay. Some resources could be used to cultivate this fungus into a controlled environment and see if it can be used to help with radiation sickness. Okay, let's use plenty of resources. So we get medicine and science points. Awesome. And it looks like we might be done researching the gate. Pollution disposal, production speed. Yes, please. I do want to increase the efficiency of that task. And I do want to go ahead and start upgrading the gates to be reinforced kind. It cannot be reversed. I have no idea what sorts of resources are required for it. It just seems like a tech is required. And that's all that there is to it. Hopefully the Botanical Garden is gonna help us out. And how do we actually hook up the transformer? Okay, so we need to build a transformer over here, and hopefully that is gonna allow the environmental station to operate. Although it seems to be working even without the use of the electricity, but I'm not sure what is the usefulness of it without having access to it. But if we remove the pollution point 1 and 2, and then theoretically 3, we just might be a-okay. Okay, it looks like the Botanical Garden will require access to a water tower. That's just inconvenient AF, but we will have to deal with that. So I am gonna try to build it like so, because this could theoretically really boost our overall happiness. So sure. Poorly nourished is right now the current issue. You to keep working on the clothes. We do have only a small amount of fiber. I really hate the fact that the winter is just lasting for such a stupidly huge amount of time. It's not even funny. Okay, is there anything which we can gather here for... No, not really. Okay, hold on. I think we found some rats. Okay, what do you mean? You should be able to... 8 plus 8 is 16. You require 12 points of energy. So if I'm correct, we have 4 points of energy surplus. So why is this not working? I mean, this should be hooked up. Not enough energy production. What the hell are you talking about? This thing shows me that it's producing at 8 points of energy. I don't know if these are kilowatts or what's happening.
A massive horned beast.
Okay, that awkward moment when you get a phone call during recording. So we have a beast within. A massive horned beast has been seen stalking near the gate. It is evidently hungry and looking for careless colonists for easy prey. The fastest way to solve this would be to hunt it down, but trying to lure it into a trap is also an option. We do have plenty of weapons. I don't want to risk it, so hunt the animal. So the colonists decide to shoot the beast, and a couple of crude hunting bows are brought to the gate. An arrow hits the beast in the torso, but it doesn't go down. It lets out an angry wail and rams its antlers against the gate. The colonists shoot arrows after arrows at the horned beast until it finally slumps down, unmoving. Its meat is harvested, but a lot of it was ruined by the arrows. F it. I don't want to risk getting more injuries. We kind of do need to fetch the iodine and everything. So we do have this. Okay. So I want you to now start scouting these 3 regions. How is your situation progressing? So you can get some radiation poisoning here and there. She's gonna unfortunately get poisoned at both spots no matter what. But we kind of do need the science in order to do science, so science. Okay, so production of the disposal stuff is now improved. Weapon crafting seems like a good thing, but probably let's go with the researching of the capacity for storage. Are any of these requiring to be cleared out or anything? No, not really. I don't know if this is actually being processed or not. I don't see any change in here, so this is driving me up the freaking wall. Trying to look if there's anything else food-wise, resource-wise. There seems to be cockroaches. We're gonna go fetch the cockroaches. There seems to be concrete here. There seems to be... what is this? Plastic, okay. We have unfortunately depleted the majority of the surface deposits, so that's kind of bad. The metal here is being cleared out. We're gonna have to move the lumber yard here, and I'm thinking we might have to relocate this spot over here. And they're gonna start running into shortages of wood here soon as well. I kind of am pissed off about this whole situation. Oh, okay, I'm starting to see some work being done. And we are actually storing the pollution in this one spot, so I'll take that. I would really appreciate if we can get more people, though.
How may I help you?
It's just not gonna work in the current situation that we find ourselves with. Okay, so she has scouted out this zone. Let's scout out this zone. Actually, it worked really fast for her. That's awesome. And then Sigin, whatever her name is, we're gonna have to return her back because she's taking some serious radiation poisoning here. And she's gonna at least return with some iodine. I think the trade has gone down already, and so we might have received the iodine as is. So we might consider doing another trade, but for frick's sake, can you finally fuck off with the Fallout Winter or whatever this is? It's really annoying. It's really screwing up my whole damn thing. We can actually upgrade the fishing hut here so that they are gonna be able to do the ice fishing. Once these 2 pollution points are cleared out, my next goal is to move on to this one. We can also consider dealing with these pollution spots. There's actually a shocking amount of them, so that is why I would love it if we can get more people onto this. Let's actually get 3 people to work on this pollution thing. 6219, they're gonna be working on moving this stuff. We do have the research done, and there seems to be a new post or new update. Let's do this stuff with the fishing. Let's see, what do we
A
have?
messy-looking woman informs the rest she has found a very old and partially decayed old-world car in the woods.
Okay. She insists she can fix it up, giving some parts to work with. She's known to be a good mechanic, but this is ambitious even for her. I don't have the parts here, unfortunately, so we haven't picked any of them yet. We seem to have some sort of disease going on. We do have specialists in danger, and God knows what else is happening, so we really need to make sure that this is gonna be kind of processed or taken care of. How many iodine pills do you still have? Okay, 4. I think she might be able to pull it off. I hate to put her in danger, but I mean, 4 pills out of 34 are left, so that would be kind of stupid right now to abandon it.
Mission complete.
Ooh, iodine pills too, huh? And there's also radiation poisoning. Okay, let's scout out this region. You even have some weapons here that we would be able to get our grubby hands on. It looks like we do have some sort of radiation or firestorm or something happening in this location, so that's bad news. We can get an outpost here, we can get parts here, we can get fun parts here. We can do trade. We're gonna have to scout out these other locations, but after you are done, we're gonna return you back so that you can recover, and then you're gonna probably set up an outpost somewhere for more people. I'm actually shocked how horribly slow it is here to grow the number of people available to you. That is why we're losing even a couple of folks might be just really bad and detrimental. Is the storm finally leaving us, or is it not? And we are starting to run super low on the firewood, which is really bad. Oh, why are you malnourished with all this protein? I don't think I can actually switch up. Is the winter over? Because the screen is all frozen and I'm not sure what to think here. Allowed resources, everything is allowed. School is working. I think the winter is gone now, so we're gonna have to allocate people to these farms, but I would really love it if these pollution spots would just simply fudge off.
We've made a new discovery.
Now we do have a research completed, so that's awesome. Line cook, we can increase the amount of people which would be able to cook us some meals. We do have more people here theoretically, but now I have only 1 carrier, which is not really the best thing ever. Okay, so this spot has been cleared out, but it's still somewhat purple-ish, so I don't know what would happen if I would decide to, I don't know, build like a shanty over here or whatnot. So probably it would be best if we can clear that stuff out. Man, can you imagine if I would play this on even harder difficulty and there would be like this sort of trash and pollution everywhere? That would be just so horrible. How's our happiness? So we are making a lot, but for shelter still seems to be a big minus. So we're gonna try to deal with that. I just want to relocate people to shanties. I just want to make sure that the pollution has been cleared out and we can actually allocate them over here, since shanties take up more space. It'd be also probably a good idea for me to theoretically build up some battery for the power, but we will need to research that. And unfortunately, I'm currently researching all this fishing stuff. Okay, so they're making the potatoes, they are making that. I want to do the farming, but I just don't know where to do it because the pollution is not yet fully cleared out.
We've made a new discovery.
Medium field would be theoretically allowed to be constructed in this location. And how about a large field? Large field would unfortunately suffer. But if we were to do large field, I want to see if we can squeeze in a large field with 100% proficiency. And how about a small field? No, this is too long then, huh? Damn it. This would be 98% though, but I don't know. I just had such a weird experience with like having 98%. On the medium field here, like it reduced the yield of how much flax or hemp we were getting by such a dramatic portion. I just don't know if it's really worth it. So I'm gonna rather go with 2 medium fields. And those 2 medium fields are gonna be responsible for allowing me to produce more stuff. So we're gonna tap into the cabbage, into the corn, and into the other fancy stuff. Looks like these solar panels are getting quite beat up. This is within the control area, and we're gonna need to move to another metal deposit. Question is if there is one. There are plenty of underground deposits, but we don't have access to that research yet. So we're gonna have to relocate our workspace. Yes, I know. I'm trying to move it here. So both of you can extract... Oh, come on. Don't do that. That's such a dick move. Okay, this is 42 out of 62. It's taking way too damn long. I'm gonna need to do something also regarding the clothes too. Okay, you are done with the iodine, so let's return back.
All done.
You are done with the science. How much damage did you take? Okay, let's go to this point and get us more science. And you are done scouting for this region, so... Damn it, now this spot is radiated. Wait, was it radiated? I don't remember anymore. Okay. Let's go and scout out this region. You have clothes, electronics, and fuel.
All right.
You have only obtained science for us, and you do possess clothes, electronics, and iodine, so it would be really unfortunate if we were to lose her. We can get theoretically another person, would be able to set up another outpost somewhere out there for more colonists. Okay, so what do we need? What do we need? We need cabbage and we need corn. We are doing potatoes, flax here. We are doing cabbage and corn here. I would probably need more people on these tasks here to allow us to produce a bit more stuff. We are, however, tapping into our water reserves. So probably all of this stuff related to the farming has kind of exhausted our concrete workers. We can increase the amount. Power saws, upgrade sawmill. Wood production can be upgraded by reducing heavy labor at lumber yards. A proper sawmill guarantees steady supply of what sweet timber, at least until energy supplies run dry. Yeah, but for that, we would actually require to create energy storage first, so that we have at least something, because those solar panels are really not the most reliable bunch. 27 out of 62, this spot seems to be going well.
A group of colonists have found something extraordinary in the nearby forest.
They bring out a beautiful relic, sparkling gold in the light. The colonists are convinced that this is a sign of good fortune. They want to have a ceremony in its honor, allow the worship, melt the statue down. If I allow this, it might create some sort of religious sect or something, and I'm not really keen on that. I'm gonna melt the statue. We're not gonna have any false gods in here and none of that type of business. I don't like that. We're gonna need to increase the amount of people who are gonna be able to do stuff, but I need to do something with the water. And yes, I do understand that you really want to give me something or make me build this freaking damn bunker. Swear to God, this is the most annoying notification in the game. I swear to God, it's so freaking annoying. Oh, there's actually metal and plastic even over here. That's nice. Pollution here, pollution here, pollution here. I will probably try to deal with this pollution so that we can build more housing in this section. And then we can try to deal with this pollution. No free carriers left. Yeah, I kind of noticed that too. But we do have like one farmer, one farmer. I'm gonna have to like reduce the amount of people working on these things. We had the carrier. Did you already deplete it? Okay, let's cancel that out. What is with this? Why is it so freaking polluted? Is it because of this spot? Why is this so contaminated? And again, the solar panels just shut down. So what do we have where? So you have picked up all of those nice science points. I don't really know if you know what, let's go grab these components. You do have 150% scavenger rate, so we are gonna be a-okay, and we're gonna send our 2 fighters
Your orders.
into the world, and they are gonna start battling the bandits. Really need to clear out the contamination here because it can have some bad effects. Looks like someone has just died here. That's great. Another discovery has been made, and that is so that we can start making batteries. Great stuff. I'm gonna need to, however, increase the amount of solar panels that we are operating here because the ones that we do possess are just simply not cutting it. So having access to 4 should be able to supply constantly this building so that they can be clearing out the damn pollution. You know what? We can actually move the space and extend the area. And this should help out clearing out these 2 spots. Real nice. Okay, so this seems to be gone. I just don't know what happens with this soil since it's all purple-ish. Really need to do something with the protective clothing. We do have the malnutrition or being malnourished issue constantly here. I just don't think we do possess sufficient quantity of yeah, we do have only wheat on our hands, so we need to gather the potatoes, the cabbage, and the corn in order to try something else. We can do pavement. I don't know if that will like require concrete or something. Drilled wells. Digging a well by hand is no easy task, so the shaft is often too shallow to reach all the underground reserves. Basic drills simply deprocess and provide more water for the colony. I really want to do that because we are starting to tap into our stored water. So if we are going to be able to start upgrading all these wells,
We've reached a milestone.
we might actually do something awesome. Oh my god, there's more clothing. I want to grab the clothes, and then we can go take the car, and we're gonna have a second vehicle.
What you need?
And this time I'm just not gonna move the vehicle into the
Okay.
city so that I lose it permanently. So the 2 fighters are moving out.
Yes?
How are you at it?
Sounds good.
Okay, she's moving in.
Huh?
You are gathering something, or yeah, you're supposed to process these components.
All right.
You should still
Not
have
gonna
some
happen.
points. Okay.
Your orders. orders?
So this is gonna take
Sorry,
time
can't
for
do
us. We're gonna be able to clear out at least 2 of these camps, and that should be enough for us to deal with this quest.
The last structure appears less damaged.
Yeah, that's the damn Doomsday Bunker. That's just annoying as hell. That's the notification which I cannot get rid of. That's why this keeps constantly bugging me out. We do have the wood, don't have the plastic, and I'm not entertained by the notification kind of anymore. What is this for? Okay, so this was for food. There's some rat, so let's go grab the rat. We do need more people. Somehow, oh, 2 children were born. I just don't know how long does it take for the kids to become adults. And now the question is if actually this space is gonna be available for us to utilize for housing or whatever, or if it's gonna still remain polluted and just problematic altogether. I really hope that we're gonna be able to do something with this. Okay, is the gate upgraded though? If what would happen if I would remove these 2 guys and just put them over here? That's not how it works.
A group of plain-looking but obviously angry survivors storms to the gate.
They insist one of their colonists stole something valuable and demand to be let in to retrieve it. They look to be rather well armed, and fending them off might be challenging. Let them in, ask for details of the supposed theft. Back to Colony View, laugh and say they can try and get it back. Ask for details on this supposed theft. Fatal mistakes. As the questions, the leader snorts and readies his weapon. Well, bluffing was worth a shot. Quickly, the bandits stormed the gate and split to attack 2 different directions. Awesome. So we do have this upgraded. We cannot send out more people here. But I can send out more people here. And they are gonna provide the support to battle the bandits. Or maybe not, because we have upgraded the gate. So that worked. Did it work? I think it worked. Yep. I think we actually managed to survive this. Is it that there's no... Okay, move the... Yeah, sure, let's clear out these 4 spots. Or should we deal with whatever is in here? We need to clear out the contamination of the well. Somehow a well got contaminated. And I really hope that we're going to be able to start upgrading the wells soon.
We've made a new discovery.
Okay, we need to put more people on this farming again. And we need more people. So drilled wells are now actually a thing. We have the possibility to go for wind turbines. Now they might be probably a good choice for especially winter seasons. We can do deep drilling. My god, what is wrong with my pronunciation? Remembrance. Public house. Public house, great place for entertainment, social bonds, enjoying something refreshing. Keeping the colony from falling into despair. That sounds awesome. Food production, harvest speed. I think we want to do the harvest speed. Large stalls, building upgrade. That would be also a nice thing to consider doing. Okay, so this has been now freed out, and so my question is if we can actually start building stuff in here. Such as these. We don't have the carriers, so I'm not really sure what's gonna happen with that. But theoretically, if this would work, we would still be able to maybe squeeze in a farm of the small version. Or maybe even a freaking medium. Yeah, medium would work here perfectly fine. just don't seem to have carriers. So I don't know if this is ever gonna be constructed. Although they seem to be carrying the resources in, so I don't know. Maybe it's just that the soil will remain purple-ish, but the pollution is actually being cleared out. Oh, why would you do that? Well, that was just unfortunate. So plastic is right now being bottlenecked, so we should do a research that would allow us to tap into that. How are you guys looking? You have cleared out quite a substantial chunk of land here. We really need to figure out a solution to not having access to the underground deposits of resources. That seems to be bothering me quite a lot. Okay, and we do have some notifications. So you have the iodine.
Okay.
So let's return back home, please. You have...
Okay.
You are almost home.
Okay.
I do not want to battle these guys alone, so you're gonna have to wait here.
Mission complete.
You have picked up this, and now please pick up the car. Should we want to scavenge here?
Of course.
Let's scout out the next zone. You do have quite a bit of health on you, so you should be fine. It's gonna take you quite a while to get the car back in here. But we do have fuel, we do have even some oil. Rare metals are not that rare apparently, or at least I'm confused as to how rare they are. And what's happening here? Why do I have access to only one of these buildings? This is actually separated into 2 slots because bandits have decided to settle in. Seems like it, so I'm cut off from this convenience store. Well, that sucks. That does suck quite substantially. Okay, so we really need to fix up some of these things. We're still tapping into our water reserves, so this would quite significantly upgrade stuff. Okay, we do have some survivors.
A ragged bunch shuffles slowly towards the gate.
Wheat and metal, you know what? Even though they have infection, I'm gonna accept them because we kind of do need people. The power situation is just horrible. But hopefully having more people is gonna allow us to start doing stuff. I want to upgrade this well. We are still luckily holding more than 3,000 units of water, so I'm perfectly fine. You keep replanting, you keep chopping down. And we don't have plastic, son of a gun. I'm gonna go with the plant-based nutrition, pollution high, trade value low, trade value. I'm gonna go with wheat probably. Or we could have gone with flax actually, just to get even more stuff going because well, the animals probably do not produce that much fiber. But theoretically, there is a spot for another field, and that one can hold the flax. This was unfortunately completely obliterated by the explosion, which is most unfortunate. So the constant bottleneck of the clothes is still here.
A colonist has been secretly feeding rat beetles in the colony.
Okay.
The feeder is surrounded by an angry group of people. demanding answers.
The feeders tries to explain that rat beetles are actually misunderstood creatures, gentle and even intelligent by nature. They beg to keep the beloved pets, but the other colonists are worried things might go south quickly if these pets are allowed to live. Get rid of the animals. Okay, and of course they're gonna attack because why not? Okay, who is where and who can battle what? Let's task one of our specialists to do and clear out the animals. I don't know if the person owning these things actually, like, trained them to attack or whatnot, but okay. Weird. Building upgrade large stalls to upgrade the ranch. I'm not sure how much work would that require. We are kind of effed when it comes to just gathering stuff. Parts production. The mechanic shop uses energy to convert a scrapper's byproduct junk into mechanical parts, which are required to advance construction. Sawmills would be great too. Oh, so far we are only getting parts by doing stuff like that. I think we can do the upgrade for the plastic because that is our current bottleneck, and we kind of do need to increase the amount of plastic that we do produce as it's being apparently consumed. We do need 30 pieces of plastic just there alone. Yeah, we are kind of bottlenecked by all these structures now. Okay, let's see what news do we have here.
How may I help?
Okay, you go battle. You go battle. So this is gonna help offset the current status. There's absolutely nothing useful for us here. Step out and scan this region, and then you're gonna go back. She has arrived home and therefore delivered all the goods. She should have held on to quite a lot of stuff, such as clothes and God knows what else, so I'm hoping that's gonna help our current situation. We're gonna also have to offset the situation with our weapons. Yeah, the sturdy clothing, that's disappearing rather fast, so that's most unfortunate. But unfortunately, if I'm unable to ramp up the production of fiber to a much higher rate, it will just never work out for us with the constant bottlenecks of clothes being a constant issue. So this will need to be addressed as well. They are clearing this out nicely. We are actually able to store quite a lot of pollution in this building. Kind of makes me regret I did build it over here, but did not have that many choices. Need the plastic, need more plastic. Where can we get plastic? And for resources, this turns this into plastic. So recycler number 2 would be required if I am to be understood correctly. We should have still water for the toilets, but it seems like we need stored water. So that seems to be right now the issue. I would love to fix up all these buildings, but it seems like it's not gonna allow me to do that. And work slots for the gatherers, sure. You can work at a faster pace, but we would require plastic in order to do that, and I cannot do that. So we need 2 recyclers again. So let's set this up over here. We do have the wood. There seems to be concrete debris, plastic debris, but there's also a pile of trash here which can be gathered. At least it does not look like it's the underground form, so it should be tapped into, and I really hate how easy is it to zoom out onto the world view when we do not need that. And now we are starting to run into trouble just in general because we don't have stored water. It seems like just the storage alone is now gonna be the issue. So we will need to assign more people to work this stuff. And hopefully we're going to be able to obtain the plastic from here. So do we have people? Yes, we do. And do we have a resource? Yes, we do. And I hope one time or one day we're going to be able to tap into these underground deposits because they are super annoying. This is going to be removed, and theoretically we can remove this or this. Either way, there's plenty of pollution still to be cleared out. So we just really need to increase our plastic production. How much plastic is in here? 67. So I would really love it if we can actually remove that. But I feel like if I move these two zones over here for them to overlap, it's just a much shorter time for them to deliver the goods and start processing them into the necessary resources. And once these buildings are able to be constructed, we can start demolishing these houses, because the poor shelter is still a large portion of unhappiness being created. I don't know if the botanical garden is suffering. I don't know if the animals can die in the range, but I definitely would love to prevent that if possible. Concrete workers can increase the amount of slots. I don't know where to go here, because honestly, maybe cleaning, steam room, medical center. So we would have like an upgraded field hospital, which would be able to cure more people. Public house, proper burial, so cemetery would be a thing. I don't know, recovering old familiar songs and performing a ritualistic cemetery burial for the ones create a sense of community and togetherness when reminiscing. And it also doesn't look like it creates, what's it called? Pollution. So maybe this would be good, or the public house. Moving picture, not so. There's just so many things here that we would be able to actually utilize and require. I don't, however, want weapons crafting because that requires energy and the metal parts, which we don't have access to as of yet. Wind power seems like a good thing. I'm gonna probably go with that. Because the solar panels, especially during the winter season, that might be quite problematic. How about we move you... Let's move you over there. Can you guys replant trees a bit faster? I know it's kind of weird to ask that question. I really need this to be built next. So all the plastic which we're going to be able to gather is going to have to unfortunately go into the well. And that allowed us to hopefully restore the situation with the water. Once that is done, I'm hoping we're going to be able to fix up this stuff. Oh, damn it, we're going to need components for that. That is something I did not account for. If we're going to need a constant income of components, we might have a trouble on our hands. Can you pick up the... Of course you can. I'm kind of really overdoing it here with her. So she's gonna be able to gather all these things. I'm gonna be just super happy. So there's that. We have gathered quite a lot of stuff, and now we're gonna... Oh, so that's the entire quest. Okay, that's awesome. So the question is, yeah, can we scavenge the components from these locations? That's my question. There's 61 components here, but super high radiation, and then there are 45 components here.
Shoot.
What's your scavenging capability? 50% only. That's really, really bad. Balance of power evenly matched. We're gonna have to clear out this region of those bandits there.
Yes? Sorry, can't do that.
She's out of juice.
Can't do that.
What's up?
How are you and where are you? It looks like actually bandits have set up shop over there. What would happen if you would go through here? It looks like this is a much shorter
Right away.
distance. So let's please take that. Sometimes the options... Horrible. Horrible, horrible. Okay, do we have actually food? Research of windmills has been concluded, or is it still ongoing? Oh, okay, so it's still ongoing. So I want to see if we do possess, yes, okay, so we're gonna switch it out to the plant-based meals. And can we assign one more person here to cook up more meals? Okay, so the shelters seems to be slowly constructed. If we do not get components, we will not be able to fix up the solar panels, and that means this building is incapable of functioning. And now the question is if we can actually relocate the people from here into these tents or shanties. Plastic is being accommodated. So I want to... build this out like this. We do have the water here just because of this. Theoretically, eventually there might be spot left for like energy production and batteries so that these things can be hooked up to power. These buildings can be upgraded so that they can house more people. It will require metal, wood, and plastic. I'm gonna go with, let's go with 2 right now because that's gonna seriously deplete our plastic situation. Looks like they have actually cleared out everything here. Can you clear out this large chunk of pollution and store it in the waste dump? And we still haven't apparently cleared out this water well. Now I do wonder if people are gonna be malnourished despite the fact that we're cooking up foods like this for them. And can we make one more of these cookhouses? Unfortunately, the field does not allow me to squeeze it in here, so that sucks. And we need to be hooked up to water. And water we are slowly producing more. Where is a well that can be upgraded? We don't have the plastic, son of a gun. These upgrades are sucking in all the resources. And it looks like the concrete deposit has been cleared out. So I'm gonna need to look for another one. Somewhere around the edge. Meteor Shower. Before the apocalypse, people used to make wishes when seeing shooting stars. Nowadays, spotting them merely prompts a wish to live through the day. The sky turns red as burning rocks fall through the atmosphere. Intense showers of deadly objects plummet towards the colony and cause widespread damage. Meteorites cause damage to buildings and people. Reserve enough construction material for repairs, have carriers at hand, and repair damaged buildings. Build better shelters to keep your colonists safe. Yeah, that's really like calming me down right now. Like if I don't have enough trouble on my hand as is. Where is some concrete deposit, goddammit? Okay, here it is. So let's move it over here. I'm really confused because it seems like they are actually able to work this place even despite having access to only limited power.
Mission complete.
You have obtained all of those things, and so now you will need to make your way home. in that car specifically, but you do have fuel, so I'm hoping it's gonna work out. Princess, where are you?
Okay.
No, what are you doing? Oh my god, did I block myself by constructing this damn outpost in here? Well, that sucks. Okay, I'm gonna take these survivors and I'm gonna demolish this outpost and move it elsewhere because this has created a sort of choke point through which nobody can get through. So that's really freaking great.
Ready.
Okay, can you...
Engaging hostile. Not gonna work.
Your command?
Yeah, this is even battle. I don't want it to be fair for the bandits. That's my thing. So we're gonna have to wait here. So hopefully once these people arrive, we're gonna be able to shut this down and put it somewhere else. At least I hope I'm not gonna lose the outpost or the settler responsible for the outpost. We do need to upgrade the housing. We do need to store resources. Question is, how's that all gonna work out? And where is the tech for the underground mining? Tough bearings, durability. So it's gonna, the ball bearings of wind turbines are in constant motion and prone to breaking or jamming. So strengthening the power plant crucial parts increases their durability when things get rough. Might actually work out, but the thing which I want to look into is gathering resources from the deep deposits. Tool smithing, okay, Grant tool shop, so we can upgrade that. And sewing machine, Grant Tailor. That sounds awesome. Unfortunately, it's locked behind these things. I don't see mass production, concrete auto extractor. That sounds awesome. Industrial mining, so this is it. Metal extractor, concrete extractor, plastic extractors. It's all the way up in here. And that just means we're going to have to go through these things. So I'm thinking we're going to have to pick up the parts production. And that's just going to suck up the entire... Or power saws that will require power and components. And we don't have freaking components. So I'm going to have to think about this. I don't know what the meteorites are gonna do to like our food production. How many meals do we have when it comes to... Like, I would love to see how many plant-based meals or how many of these other things do we have stored where. Because it feels like people just immediately consume everything and then we're just totally screwed. Which is why I feel like having another cookhouse is crucial to our overall survival. And do we have 30 plastic? Yes, we do. So we can increase our water production. We don't have fiber, so the clothes cannot be made. Getting the cemetery theoretically might be a reasonable thing. Where the hell was that? Was it in social? 400 points still. Ah, man. But it only requires plastic, metal, and concrete. So I actually am okay with that. Because we don't have the components. So we cannot even fix up what we have going on in here. Once you are done, I'm thinking we're gonna go around the burial pit, which is one of those bad, or theoretically over here next to the toilets. So we can decontaminate them easier. Or spread them out.
There are survivors at the gate.
Okay, these... Meteor Shower is here.
A ragged bunch shuffles slowly toward them.
We're gonna accept them. And now the question is if we can actually, how's our housing situation? Water consumption is now definitely screwed up. Our firewood is not that high up there, so we really need to increase that production too. Where are the wells? If I can see them better, it would be incredibly helpful and useful to me. I do not have a high concentration of resources established, and we don't have, well, we do have 10 carriers right now, but God knows how long that will last. I need wells, and those wells need to be upgraded. So there is a well. Here is a well. So I'm gonna try to upgrade 2 of these wells, and hopefully that's gonna help us out. I just know it's gonna kind of screw up the whole damn thing for me, due to how little plastic we do have. It's still bothering me with the stupid doomsday thing, and we don't have the components or the metal parts for this stuff. Okay, so the small things keep flying through the air. So far, no fires, but that might change rather quickly. It's kind of making me nervous that we are getting all these variations of the devastating events happening here simultaneously.
Yep.
Can you attack?
Engaging hostile.
Yes.
And can you support her?
Yes.
The problem
Not
is,
gonna work.
I don't know what's gonna happen to some of these people who are injured already. There are 47 components. Like, if I were to go and scavenge for these components, she's gonna take 5 damage per 12 hours. God, I don't know. I just don't know how it would do, or like if she can die potentially when we do not have the necessary health and she goes into the area with this sort of event happening there. That's a big question for me. Okay, the atmosphere seems to be heating up, and we are getting fires. Man, if we would actually go with even a higher capability or damage, or if I would have selected more frequent destruction from having these catastrophes all the time here, we would be just so screwed. Are you upgrading any of these things? This should really help us out with our water situation. We do have the maintenance depot set up here. We need to relocate you to clear out another portion. 113. I don't know if thanks to the storage upgrade we're able to even utilize a much more proficient waste dump. Okay, so that's it. Well, knock on the wood, that wasn't as horrible as I thought it can turn out to be. But maybe it's just because of the current settings, which I do have preset. And that is that we do not get catastrophes so frequently, or that they are so freaking horrible that it just obliterates and kills anything it touches. So keep reducing this. We will need to fetch you the components, but you have heard that like 10,000 times. So because the episode is getting long enough, I'm gonna cut it off over here. As per usual, I love the fact that you are watching, at least those 7 people who keep tuning in for every upload. So I'm really grateful. And if you are new to the channel, or you want to see what I'm currently up to, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I have been thinking about eventually going back to uploading only like 5 videos per week, and so I have been considering the option if I should actually start uploading again from Monday till Friday, or if you want me to upload from like Wednesday till Sunday, so that I have like 2 days during which I will be able to process these things or something like this. I'm not sure if when I start eventually the new job, how my schedule will be, or if I will be able to maintain 5 uploads per week and stuff like that. I'm gonna try to reserve as much footage as I can for the upcoming months and such, or weeks, possibly, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it turns out, so hopefully in the meantime, I can count on you to support me, to show up, to give the episodes like, to let me know what videos or games you would like me to cover. I do keep reading the descriptions. I actually did look over the games which were suggested to me. Did not like most of them, unfortunately, at least not as of late, so keep them coming and we will see what will happen on the next episode. Thank you all for watching. Stay safe out there in the meantime. And bye-bye for now.